Suppose that you are in Canada on a valid student permit and this student permit is about to expire. The question today is whether you should stop your studies in Canada while you submit an application for a study permit. And the answer to that is that you must stop your studies if you apply to renew your student permit after your permit expires. But you can continue studying if you apply before the student permit expires. We will get into this in more detail in this video, so keep watching. In this video, we specifically discuss when you are required to stop or pause your studies during the process of applying for a new student permit. If you want to learn about how to renew your student permit status, we made a separate video on that, link in the video's description. Now let us dig into the details, and again in this video we are talking about how your status changes during your renewal application, so let us dig into it. If you apply to extend your student permit before the expiry date, you have what is called implied status as a student, and this will continue as long as you remain in Canada. Example, it is March of a specific year and your student permit expires on April 1. Now, if you submit your application before April 1, then you will have implied status. In that situation, you may continue to study or work until you receive your renewed student permit, even if the expiry date of your permit has passed while you are waiting to receive the new one. Now, let us talk about a different situation. If you don't apply to extend your study permit before the expiry date, in our example, let's say you apply after April 1, in that situation, you must stop studying and working immediately, and you must submit an application that is called restoration of status. You do not want to be in that situation, so our tip is never let your study permit expire. You may apply to restore your status from within Canada within 90 days of losing it. There's no guarantee that your application to restore your status will be accepted, but chances are that it will if you have not completed your studies and you are still registered within your school. Also, you cannot leave the country until you hear from CIC about the decision made on your application. The processing time varies and usually takes 1 to 2 months. If more than 90 days have passed from the expiry date and you haven't applied for restoration of status, then you have to leave the country ASAP and apply for a new study permit from your country of residence. Again, you do not want to be in such a situation, so our tip is if your study permit expires, apply for a restoration of status within 90 days. So I hope this video clarified for you the topic of your legal status in Canada while you are applying to renew a study permit. And I will conclude with a final thought. Many applicants end up making mistakes in their applications to renew their permits. As a result, they receive a negative decision on the application. If that does happen, the consequences are grave. You would lose your study status and you must apply for a restoration of status. So in order to avoid any of that, we recommend that you get a professional from the beginning to renew your study permit application. The cost for renewals is cheap and it will allow you to avoid the risk of a rejection. So contact us if you would like us to help you in renewing your status or even restoring your status. Please like the video if you found it helpful and check out our channel for more reliable questions and answers about Canadian immigration.